A group of criminals robbed a bank, but they weren't after riches. They needed the money to fight a dictator. This is the unbelievable story of how a bank heist helped save a country. A group of criminals robbed a bank, but they weren't after riches. They needed the money to fight a dictator. This is the unbelievable story of how a bank heist helped save a country in 1964. Brazil was under a brutal military dictatorship. Political opponents were arrested, tortured, or even disappeared. A group of rebels knew they had to fight back, but to do that, they needed money, and lots of it. They came up with a plan: rob the richest bank in Brazil. But this wasn't just a crime, it was a revolution. The target? Banco do Brasil in Rio de Janeiro. Inside, millions in cash. But robbing a heavily guarded bank during a dictatorship? Suicide! The rebels stole police uniforms, fake IDs, and even a getaway ambulance. The plan was set now, they just had to pull it off. On the morning of August 18, 1969, the team walked right into the bank in broad daylight. They locked the doors, silenced alarms, and filled suitcases with millions of dollars. Everything was going smoothly until one rebel almost blew their cover. A security guard got suspicious, but before he could react, the rebels took him down without firing a single shot.
With the money loaded, they escaped in an ambulance, waving to the police as they drove past. It was the biggest bank heist in Brazil's history, but this wasn't about personal gain. The stolen money funded underground newspapers, smuggled political prisoners out of the country, and even trained future leaders of Brazil's democracy movement. Over time, the resistance grew stronger. More people turned against the dictatorship. And years later, Brazil's military rule finally collapsed.
Many say this heist was one of the first cracks in the dictatorship's control. Proof that ordinary people could fight back and win. A group of thieves or heroes, a crime or an act of revolution. You decide. Subscribe for more untold history stories.